Hello everyone, my name is Charlotte and I am a speech pathologist. Thank you for having me and for attending this staff training session today. I will be talking to you about common conditions that affect communication as we get older and that are very common for residents residing at aged care facilities. I will also present a 6-week social communication plan aimed at enhancing communication skills in this population. Social communication is a complex phenomenon requiring a variety of skills such as verbal and non-verbal communication, pragmatics, language processing, and cognition. In simple words, social communication is about how we talk, listen, and interact with other people. It is how we share information, our feelings and thoughts. It is about understanding what other people are saying and feeling and responding appropriately. Ultimately, social communication is about connecting, building, and maintaining relationships with others. Social communication can bring a sense of belonging and purpose, enhancing overall quality of life and well-being. As we get older, there are various conditions that can impact our ability to communicate effectively. In a residential aged care facility, residents are likely to present with multiple conditions that impact their communication. For example, dementia is a common condition in aged care facilities, affecting approximately 10% of adults over the age of 65 and 43% of adults over the age of 85. Dementia is the second leading cause of death of Australians and the leading cause of death for women. Dementia is an umbrella term used to describe an array of symptoms that cause a progressive decline in a person's functioning. These symptoms include loss of memory, intellect, rationality, social skills, and physical functioning. Individuals can have difficulty understanding information and expressing themselves. More than 2/3 of aged care facility residents have moderate to severe cognitive impairment, which can have significant impacts on communication. Individuals may experience a slow decline in memory, planning, and language skills, which can impact communication even in the early stages. Hearing loss is another extremely common age-related condition. In fact, 55% of adults aged over 60 and 80% of adults aged over 80 have a bilateral hearing impairment. Hearing impairment can result in difficulties following conversations and can result in misunderstandings and communication breakdowns. Vision impairments, such as age-related macular degeneration or cataracts, can affect a person's ability to read written information or recognize facial expressions and body language. This can have significant communication impacts. In industrialized countries, older adults are the fastest growing low vision group. Interestingly, both hearing and vision loss are independently associated with increased risk of dementia. In fact, one study found that over an 11-year period, adults with mild hearing loss were almost twice as likely to develop dementia, and adults with severe hearing loss were 5 times more likely to develop dementia compared to adults without a hearing loss. This highlights the complexities of communication challenges in older populations. For individuals who have experienced stroke, Parkinson's disease, or other neurological conditions, may also be impacted by dysarthria, meaning slurred and unintelligible speech due to weakened or uncoordinated muscles required for speaking. Dysarthria can significantly impact individuals' ability to be understood by others and can result in frustration and social avoidance. Other communication barriers include language differences, especially in multicultural settings, as well as the interference of medical devices, such as tracheostomy tubes, ventilators, and electrolarynx. These communication barriers can result in confusion, frustrations, and communication breakdowns. Social communication can become very difficult for these individuals and their communication partners. As a result, residents may experience depression, anxiety, and social withdrawal, which results in further reduced communication and social isolation. As communication difficulties are common in residents living at aged care facilities, we have designed a 6-week social communication group therapy plan that aims to enhance communication skills in this population. A recent study interviewed adults between the ages of 82 and 97 to identify what characterises meaningful social participation for them. These older adults define this as involving reciprocal interactions with friends and family, having independence over matters that affected their own or others' everyday life, and feeling significant as a person. The study also highlights the importance of creating environments where older adults can socially connect. We have designed our program bearing in mind these needs of older adults. Each week, we create a safe space where older adults can come and practice their communication skills and learn new strategies that help them maintain reciprocal interactions and decision-making skills. We designed the program to focus on the essential skills required for effective communication. Weekly topics include the importance of building connections, non-verbal communication, active listening, empathy and understanding emotions, cross-cultural communication, resolving communication breakdowns and conflict, and social integration, where participants apply these skills to daily life by organising a social event. Week 1 focuses on building connections, and by the end, residents will feel more comfortable and confident in social situations. This will be measured through observations of residents' engagement in group activities and self-assessment questionnaires. Topics will cover the importance of social connection and building trust and rapport with others. We will also consider the many ways we communicate, including speaking, writing, AAC, sign language and Braille. Activities will involve icebreaker games and introductions, and group discussions on personal interests and hobbies. Participants will learn about how other residents communicate and the strategies that help them. This gets participants feeling more comfortable and included in a social setting. In week 2, residents will learn about the importance of non-verbal communication. Measures include observation of residents' use of non-verbal communication in social interactions and resident self-assessments. Topics will cover the importance of eye contact, tone of voice, facial expressions, body language, gestures and touch, sounds and sign language. Activities will include role-play scenarios focusing on non-verbal cues and group activities that encourage non-verbal communication, such as charades. In week 3, residents will learn about the importance of empathy and enhance their active listening skills in conversation. Measures include observations of residents' use of strategies during group discussions. Topics include different types of emotions and the importance of having empathy in conversations. Participants will learn useful active listening tips. Participants will also share stories and discuss how different experiences evoke different emotions. And they will be able to practice their active listening techniques with a partner. In week 4, residents will develop cultural awareness. Measures involve observations of residents engaging in activities and discussions, as well as their feedback of their understanding. Topics include the importance of cultural awareness and sensitivity. Activities involve group discussions on cultural differences, and participants will share their different cultural experiences, backgrounds, and traditions. In week 5, residents will learn strategies for resolving conflict and communication breakdowns. Measures will include observations of residents' approach to conflict situations and residents' self-reported use of strategies. Topics will include identifying sources of potential breakdown and implementing effective resolution techniques. Activities involve scenario-based role-playing and group discussions on real-life experiences. The final week will consider social integration. Residents will actively participate in the community and form meaningful connections with peers. Measures involve residents' involvement with group activities and residents' reports of increased social connections. Topics include building a supportive community and long-term social integration. Activities include organising a community event or outing. Residents will participate in reflective discussions on the progress made over the past 6 weeks. By the end of our 6-week programme, participants will have learnt valuable skills for social communication and will be able to use strategies for effective social interactions with others.